nagre-reaction video lang ako kasi wala lang, gusto ko lang, feeling ko lang mananalo sila sa game na to. And sana hindi ma-jinx yung pagkasabi kong manalo ka. Kasi, ayun nga guys, nakuha na nila yung Lord and kanina 2-0, tapos nakahabol sila, ngayon 2-2 na. So, isang game na lang. Kung sino manalo sa game na to, sila yung pasok sa Grand Final. And sana manalo yung Falcon. Please, ibigay nyo na kay Haji. Please lang guys. Haji, ibigay mo kasi sa Falcon. Okay, ibigay nyo na sa Falcon. Deserve din na to guys. Lalo na ni Haji, my love.
Falcons are in pole position. They're in the driver's seat.
Yes.
Has to try to not lose any inhibitors here. It's a bad position if they do, especially with Lord coming down on bot side next. Lord finally taking out a couple more shots. Yahan able to take it. No Han on the bot side. Pushing lane right now. YG gonna jump in. Hogan gets pulled back in. Super Marco with a blazing duet. How much damage, but he doesn't get the final shot. As Haji and Owen are coming over the tower. Sanji finally falls. Mahadi will fall as well as Blink. With the quicksand guard still alive. Does get CC and taken out. Kai's with a double kill. And look at Han on that bottom lane against the base.
Ever seen a Guinevere pretend to be a Ling or a Fanny? That's what Han has done here. Falcons got punished hard inside. I don't think they're going to be able to push in. In comes Flap, Flicker, Dark Wave.
Nag-replay pa, may nangyayari. Pero,
Han's okay. Han's okay. Turn did not fall. But that's as good as it gets for YG, alright? Inside their base, they get the good punish. Sure, they traded Sanji for it. But they also get a push down bottom.
The gold, different
ang pangit doon guys. Isa tas tatlo.
But just the same.
Pero okay.
Galacticos are about their wits.
Nakakabawi yung naka-split push eh.
Despite the free lord, despite the free lord,
nakakabawi yung white.
That's how good YG are at macro.
Even in terms of tower health.
Almost like down to the line, down to the pixel.
Good.
That is how equally matched Young Galacticos and Falcons are.
Guys, sana hindi mabawian. Kasi nung second game nabawian sila eh. Like, alam mo yun?
Forward push of Team Falcons, looking at the rest of their kit. Okay, finally,
sila na yung
Kyle
angat.
is firing up on all
Tapos
cylinders.
biglang nakabawi sa isang pagkakamali na yun.
Despite the fact that he has a hard, 7-8 minutes that he had to play through. But Marco isn't on the board yet.
Ako
Claude just yet. And I think that's what he was looking for. That's why he was so gung-ho to go into the base.
You know, it's been all eyes on Sanji, though, on this Moscow, but I think the real problem could start to be Kai's 4-0-1. He's been untouchable. He's been putting out great damage.
What is that?
It's clean for him right now, and it's only going to get better and better as YG start to burst down or at least keep pace on this Lord. Super Marco wants to pull to their side. The dance is on.
So with the draft that they have, Falcons has a slight advantage on the Lord Dance. Claude, much like the Melissa, can do a singular Lord Dance blink here. Warning shots. BMI forward. Might force a response out of
Super Marco, go!
And the man Mark.
Super Marco!
How long does that BMI last? I feel like he was chasing him for a minute there.
As long as the SOD could and
shifting skies directly up, he catches Ogwin. Kais gets the kill. Deadly Magic is going to be able to finish off Ying. Looking at the backside, able to pull Super Marco away. As Kais gets a double onto flat. That was the target. That was the bait. And Super Marco wasn't there to help out the team. Now Kais is on to the next one as the object falls. Blink goes down. But it's still not enough. 4 members drop on the side of Falcons.
Kaiser is out of this world. Massive stacks gain. Falcons fans are at the end of their wits. A singular mistake, maybe a second too long, held inside a bush. A moment of hesitation leads to a 4-for-1 trade. Once again, you can split up the Ubi, but they find a way to collapse into you.
Blink was such an amazing raging sandstorm to delay the engage from Super Marco. He catches Haji and Marco in that hit.
What a bait. For what? The better part of a minute, Blink was conditioning Marco. And maybe even the rest of Falcons saying, look, we're going to take it. All you got to do is grab it. It's right underneath their noses. And Falcons fell for it. Because of that, they're down 2K. They're in jeopardy to lose their bottom lane inhibitor.
What the hell?
And that's 50 stacks, so 5 kills off of the original do before he built the
Pag nag-video
Skypiercer.
ka talaga, talo
This
sila.
Sushin, I don't
Ayoko.
know, they're gonna kill him. I
Nakakairita
don't
yun
know how
ah.
Kai's is gonna die here because again, prior it was the Sanji watch. Now it seems like even Blink is immortal. How is Kaiser gonna get his stacks cut in half?
I don't think there's a way. We will see though.
Lapasukan
with
ka
beautiful
ng
delay on this
tore.
Lord push, they're going to be able to focus on this mid and top side as the Lord slowly makes his way downtown.
Perfect sync. Mid lane tier 2 drops. Sanji
Fuck,
hitting
guys.
from where the sun don't shine. Is that him on a
Mali.
malefic gun? I'm pretty sure you
Doon
have
sila
it already.
nagkamali.
You're not supposed to be able to
Pumasok
hit
sila
from
dun
that
sa
range.
tori
Blink here.
dito.
Put down to a third. No way this Lord doesn't jump in. It cracks the inhibitor down bot.
Inhibitors finally fall. Falcons base now vulnerable in the hands of YG. It's a 4K goal lead. 16 minutes in, Leo. We've had a lot of one-sided games so far in the past 4.
Last
We
na
were
game na
wondering
yan?
how Game 5 was going to be. This
Kung
is the
sino
longest
manalo,
one so
sila
far. I'm
pasok
pretty
sa
sure
grand
at least
finals.
getting
Yung
to that
matatalo.
clock.
Wala
About a
na.
minute and a half before the
Ano
Lord
yung
spawns
I
ano
mean,
lower
sa grand
quarter.
final?
May laro
Falcons
pa
fans
kasi
can
para
thank the heavens that
mag-champion.
it's not on the long
Grand
lanes,
final?
so that's less of a worry. But given the double
Pag grand
code
final,
Jutsu
panalo
EMI
sila,
on
gano'n.
the space escape,
Parang
they can
mabibigyan na
afford it.
yung...
But this is still something that they could use to their advantage. So far, Yankon Galacticos,
Fuck,
man,
bro! Ano
command
ba
just
ito?
up
Sino
on
ba
every
to?
single roll. Again, I can't even count Kyle over Han because Han is a utility jungler. Han doesn't care if he's down on damage. All he needs to do is find the perfect Requiem, which is again set up so perfectly prior to that 4-for-1
No,
trade.
please.
Because
What
again,
the heck?
on-demand crowd control.
Damage build.
That was the issue in
Masakit
game
naman na
1
si
and
Marco
2.
eh.
Game 5, it haunts Falcons once again. And I'd hate to throw it back to the fact that there's only one Purify, just but one in Super Marco. Passive on Hanji, procced off once again.
And that was the big risk we brought up at the beginning of the series. So much crowd control on both sides, so little purifies. Yes, Super Marco's outputting the damage. Yes, we can see him chipping away on Blink, but he has to put his all onto one person to be able to do that. And while that keeps happening, YG is capitalizing elsewhere in these team fights. YG is finding those violent requiems. They're finding other targets. We don't have to deal with Super Marco. Blink can handle that. We'll kill the rest.
As soon as Yankon Galacticos find their 1-2 punch,
Ito na nga ba sinasabi ko,
CC
magiging ko eh.
AoE on at least 2 or 3, then that's it. Falcons have to fold. So that's why this dance is going to be very, very perilous.
Up.
Why Brush getting flushed out by Ogwin. Big knock-up set up here by the Lord. Oh, the massive pull. This might be uncontestable.
I don't think they can make their way in. Kyle's not there. Han able to get it. Into the backside flap. Able to get a nice deadly magic.
Pag naubos
Taking a
nila,
lot of damage. Blink
go.
though.
Ay.
Taking out
Oh
by
my
Super
god,
Marco.
damn, no, please, please, mabuhay kayo, please.
Will be next.
Kaya niya yan!
Gago, wala na, talo na sila.
Huwag niyo saglitin.
Falcons took the fight, and Yagon will take the spoils. It's been 5 years of doubts for Myanmar. 5 years to regain their old glory. And today it took 5 games to finally do it.
Uwi na kayo. Talo kayo.
The East should be in the West. Half a decade in the making. The Burmese best the Philippines.
What the
Yagon
hell?
Galacticos are the first team in the grand finals.
Ay, sila panalo. Uwi na kayong parot eh.
Bro, sabi ko na yung one mistake, wala na eh, talo na eh. Okay, tama na. Bro. What the fuck? I don't know.
Ano masasabi mo? Talo yung Falcon.
Ang masasabi ko ay hindi ko alam. They did their best, bro. But still, it's not for them.
Patay mo ba yung YG?
Clang PH kasi yung Falcons.